Idea about the papyrus plant. This is a papyrus plant, by the way. This is a real one. Can touch it. And by the way, we call it the holy plant. It was a holy plant and sacred plant in ancient time because of two reasons. First of all, it's a flowers that looks like the sun rays, symbol of Amon-Ra, the god of the sun. And second reason is the stem of the plant that takes the triangular shape, which is the same shape of the pyramid. The symbol of eternity and long life. And to make the paper out of it, first of all, we cut the stem to pieces according to the size we need, big, medium, or small. And because the tall of the plant reaches 4 meters high, that's why we can make a very big sheet of paper out of it. But for example, I cut a little one. By the way, this plant grows just here in Egypt, along the banks of the River Nile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the Delta. And doesn't grow anywhere else in the whole world. After that, we remove this green part.
It already looks like the paper, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The green part actually is so strong.
Wow.
Can you try to cut it?
Whoa, that is,
Do,
my God.
do it. What about you? Oh my god, it's just longer than you. American one. Yeah. So that's why the ancient Egyptians used this part to make a lot of useful things, such as sandals, hats, mats, baskets, and ropes as well. For example, the sandal of Tutankhamun made out of this part. They're still intact and in good condition. But the inner white part is the most important one as we use it to make the paper itself. And we cut it into thin slices, like this. But we see that the inner part is soft and very easy to break, as it contains amount of sugar and water inside. Look at that.
Sugar in it.
Yeah, sugar and water. We got 10% of sugar and 90% of water. And that's why I'm gonna use this mallet to break the fibers and to get the water out. Attention, because some Egyptian women use this mallet to punish their husbands if they can't. But we're still in safe side. I know that the American ladies prefer the knives.
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. So I'm using the rolling bed to get all the water out. Look at that.
Oh, that's straight.
So now look at the difference. Stronger
Yeah.
and more
I
flexible.
don't know
than
if
before.
moisture is out. Okay.
Yeah? Because we twisted it. Okay? And after that, we soak it in water for 6 days. As after 6 days, we get the light color like this. But when we leave it in water more than 6 days, we get the dark color or the brown one. Like this one right here.
Wow.
So the difference between is natural, just longer time in water, darker we get. After that, we arrange the slices between two sheets of carpets in vertical and horizontal lines with this way to complete the whole paper. And the slices stick together naturally with the natural sugar inside the plant. So we don't add any chemicals or additions. All we need just cover it and put it under the press down for another 6 days. In ancient times, they used rocks or stones to press it. So after 6 days in water, 6 days on the press, a total 12 days, you get a sheet of paper like this one here. You can touch it.
Okay, yeah, that feels
In your hands, the first paper ever. It goes back to more than 5,000 years ago.
Really?
Yeah? You've been to Egyptian Museum or not yet?
Not yet.
No.
But when you visit the Egyptian Museum, you're going to see some authentic one.
This is the first paper.
Yeah, the first paper ever. It's not just the first paper, this is the best paper till now. Because it's the only antibacterial paper.
It's actually really strong too.
Yeah? It's antibacterial, this is the most important thing. That's why it lasts for thousands and thousands years. And this paper absorbs and accepts any kind of colors and any kind of inks. But you have to be careful because you cannot find the original papyrus paper anywhere, just inside the governmental places. Because I'm telling you that because around the Egyptian Museum, around the pyramids area, everywhere you find a lot of people selling fake paper. Chinese one. It looks similar because it's made out of banana leaves and sugar cane plant, but are big difference between. The fake paper lasts maximum for 1 or 2 years. And all the paintings on it are printed, but all the paintings around you done by hand. And you find the signature of the artist at the bottom of each one. And that's why we consider each one here like piece of art. I'd like to tell you how can I differentiate between the original one and the fake one. There are many differences between, but to save your time, I'll tell you the biggest difference between the original papyrus paper and the fake paper. Which is, the original papyrus paper, my friends, is waterproof and washable. So this paper in front of you is washable.
Is that the first seller?
So you can wash off the painting?
Yeah, it depends on the kind of the colors.
Oh, wow.
For example, if you are using normal pen and or watercolors will come off.
Mm-hmm.
For
Like
example, when
eraser.
you write something, you did any mistake, no problem, you can erase it off. Do you have a pen? You got a pen with you?
I think so.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Can I forward? I'm gonna show you how can we wash it. Yeah, I think I see a pen here. It is a red pen.
No. That was something else. I don't think that
Yeah.
was. I think I have one in here.
No, you don't have a.
Losing pins.
Oh,
I got one, but I want to use your pen to be sure. So it's a normal pen.
So it's a normal one, so I can see the results. Man, I guess I don't have one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Me too. I probably left it at the hotel signing
By
stuff.
the way, this is the normal pen. Okay.
Okay.
So, for example, what's your name?
Carrie.
Karen.
C-A-R-E-Y.
A. R.
E-Y.
E. Y. Is this your name?
No, it's CA.
Yeah. I know. I just wanted to make some mistakes.
Oh.
Yeah, I can write the right one. What about this?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So we have here a wrong name. Can you try to erase it? Remove-
Erase it
Yeah.
with your hand.
Can
It
you?
doesn't smudge at all.
Of course we cannot. If I use the normal paper, of course I need to change the paper or replace it. But with the papyrus paper, all I need is put some water. Just water. Look at that.
Wow.
Carrie, can you touch it from the bottom?
No.
Touch it. You feeling water crumbs?
No.
Because it's waterproof.
Oh.
I can leave the water like this for 1 week. It will stay.
And it'll stay
Yeah,
there.
No problem. And look at that. You can wash all the paper and wash the wrong name
Oh,
in a few seconds.
Oh, wow.
that's crazy.
It's like a dry eraser board.
You know what else? I can wash it all like a piece of cloth. Do you know what else? I can squeeze it.
Paper that you can actually wring out.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
It's all clean.
All you need, just leave it to dry. For how long? 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. And reuse again. And how many times we can wash it? More than 100 times.
Inlands.
No problem.
I was
That's why
gonna
this is
say
the best paper
inlands
ever.
was
And this is the biggest difference between the original one and the fake. So, anytime you wanted to buy some papyrus paper, original one I'm talking about, you have to see the license of the Ministry of Tourism to be sure that you are in governmental place. And that's why if you are interested to get some from here, you get a certificate from the Ministry of Tourism. As I told you, all the paintings around you has a meaning and has stories behind. And I'd like to explain to you some of them. It is the Christian ones. Okay. By the way, each one has a meaning and has a story, and I'll explain to you like 3 or 4 of them to save your time, and after that you can look around. And first one I'd like to start. The most important one is the masterpiece in the Egyptian history is the Final Judgment. The only story that was talking about the other life after death. This is the main reason behind the building of the pyramids, because it's the only story that was talking about the resurrection. Here you can see the dead person with Anubis, the god of mummification and medicine, who takes the heart from the body of the dead person to weigh it against the feather of justice. If the heart was heavier, it means it was a bad person, If the heart was lighter than a feather, it means it was good. And if it was good, Horus, the god of protection with the falcon head, will give him the key of life or the Ankh to enter the paradise, to live the eternal life with the paradise family. Second important one we have, one of the most beautiful stories we have, is the tree of life or the family tree. You can see 5 birds representing the 5 stages of the human life, like giving birth, childhood, youth, marriage, and old age. Why we call it the family tree? Because in ancient time, they used to write the family names on it to be the symbol of the unity between all the family members. That's why nowadays we can't do the same thing with the same language. A lot of families and a lot of people coming here to write their family names in it in hieroglyphics. So we can do your family names as well if you like the idea. We do that in just 2 minutes. It will be done by hand, and we'll write the names in hieroglyphics in front of you. I'm not talking about the size of that one, because that size, the medium one, we got something bigger and we got something smaller.
All right.
Okay. My favorite one actually is the Egyptian calendar.
Oh yeah.
This one is an amazing one. It goes back to more than 4,200 years ago. This is the first idea about the timing and about the horoscopes. The first idea about astrology and astronomy, you know. And here you can see 4 double shapes of God Horus, the god of protection. I remember his name is Horus. The 4 double shapes of God Horus representing the 4 directions, like east, west, and north, south. 4 ladies representing the 4 seasons, and all of them are 12, representing the 12 months of the year. And how many hands for 12 people? 12 times 2?
24.
So we got 24 hands around, representing the 24 hours in a day. And in the center you can see all the zodiac signs, the horoscopes, like Leo, Libra, Scorpio. And you know what? The word itself, the word horoscope, was taken from the name of this god, the god Horus, the god of protection. And the calendar is the only story that we can hang it vertically or horizontally. It gives us the same meaning. I'd like to finish with this romantic one that we call it the wedding card or the love story. The first love story ever between King Tutankhamun and his wife. The first proposal. But the proposal was coming from the queen, from the women, by offering the king the lotus flower, the biggest symbol of love. If the king touches the flowers with the left hand, it means he accepts the love of the queen. Why the left hand? Because the left hand is closer to the heart. That's why we're still putting the wedding rings on our left hands, because of the same reason, closer to the heart. And because that one is the biggest symbol of love, we can write the couple's names like husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend.
I have a question.
Yeah?
What are those green shapes in the background of the calendar?
This is what I'm going to explain it to you. The green shapes it's a very special kind of paintings. They're glowing in the dark. That kind of colors glows in the dark once we turn off the light. And we got 2 types, white background and black background. The white background changes to be different painting in the dark, but the black background doesn't change, it glows the same story. I'm going to turn off the light after 1 minute and show you how it looks like. Before that, I'd like to show you an example for writing the names. If you are interested to write your names in any painting, we can do that in just 2-3 minutes maximum. It will be done by hand in front of you. And each name will charge you just $2 to write the whole name note for each letter, plus the price of the painting. And each letter in English has a meaning in hieroglyphics, because it has a symbol. For example, there's a letter L, which is lion. The letter E is feather. The letter A is an eagle, you know? The letter M is owl. The letter J is snake. So if you like the idea of writing the names, we can do it, no problem at all. And each painting got 2 numbers. The top one is a serial number, the number of the painting. The black one is the price written in US, in American dollars. Except dollars, euros, and it's safe to pay by card, as you are in governmental place
Yay,
here.
we can buy by card.
Yeah. You are in
Yes.
governmental place here. And whatever you may get, if you like any one of those, you get a certificate from the Ministry of Tourism for the lifetime. And whatever you may get, you get it without the frame. You get just a painting, just a paper. We'll roll it up and put it on a nice carton tube like this to make it very easy to carry. Free customs, free taxes, because as I told you, you get original parts paper from a governmental place. And by the way, any story here comes in different sizes, different colors, different artists, and different prices. Okay. Right now, I turn off the light and show you the other kind of colors that glows in the dark.
Okay.
Okay. Let's come to the center here to see the whole room. As I told you, the one with white background changes to be different painting.
Okay.
So, for example, the family tree. Once we turn on the light, we're going to see the key of life, the Ankh mistake. That big one of my favorite paintings for King Ramses II, the most powerful king. And the story here glows in the dark with the pyramids, with Tutankhamun and Sphinx. So, are you ready to see that?
Yes.
3, 2.
Whoa. Whoa. That one changed completely.
Yeah.
Cat in the
It's
calendar.
totally different.
Oh, that's
Look
a
at the
cat.
That one was a calendar. Look at that.
Oh, wow, that's the calendar, but it's a cat.
But it glows in the dark as a cat. By the way, the cat was goddess Pastet. Her name is Pastet, the goddess of luck and happiness. Look at that.
That's so neat.
And look at that family tree behind. The one with blue background
Okay.
doesn't change. Glows is the same thing. Just so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'd like to thank you for your good listening, for your time. I'll give you some free time to look around. And remember, you are in governmental place.